What up to the camera?
My young boy.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you to come such a long way.
Just going back to Jayden real quick, when you saw him day after game, even yesterday, I mean, how did he feel coming out of the game and dealing with that injury? Was it any improvement there?
Yeah, he came out strong anyway. He was, knowing him, chomping at the bit to get going. So, yeah, really for him, the attitude's been fantastic, just like you'd expect him to be. So he's doing well.
And I know you were asked this briefly Monday, but, you know, with this game with Caleb Williams on the other side, how much due diligence did you guys do on him, knowing it seemed like there was, you know, fairly strong belief that Chicago was going to take him. So how much due diligence did you guys do on him specifically ahead of the draft?
Yeah, quite a lot, because I think what you don't want to do is just think one way and then go another. And at that point, when most of the work is done, it's well before, you know, the draft process gets underway, when, you know, people decide, hey, this is where I'm going to head to. So quite a bit.
Jayden isn't able to play and you're starting. But Jayden has mentioned the conversations with Cliff Kingsbury where he'll put in certain concepts that Jayden prefers. Have you had any conversations with Cliff like that about, all right, this is a concept that I like that you guys might work towards on Sunday?
Yes, I think that's what's really unique with Cliff, is he sits down regardless of the starter or kind of down the line, and he wants to know what you like, how you see it. If you don't like this play, we'll get it out, that type of thing. And it's regardless if you're the starter or not, which I think is very unique. And that gives whoever is playing the ultimate confidence to just go out there and play, because he's going to call the game. And I really believe that's how it was for me on Sunday. And when I was out there and he's calling it, he had such a good feel of what I liked and just kind of let me play. So it's a lot of credit to him and the staff for making sure that whoever is out there, they're playing with confidence.
Moving on to the injury report, and obviously we're going to start with a Jayden Daniels injury update first. So Dan Quinn said in his press conference today that Jayden Daniels, he will not be practicing today, and he did not practice today, which honestly isn't a huge shock to me. Now, the good thing is Dan Quinn said that JD, he is feeling much better after, you know, first suffering that injury against the Panthers on the first play of the game, or our first offensive play of the game. So, you know, it is good that he's feeling better, and he's still able to take part in team meetings, take part in walkthroughs, but just isn't able to get back to the practice fields just yet. So that is the next step with him. And Dan Quinn, he sounded pretty enthusiastic. I think he sounded pretty good in his press conference today. Maybe JD plays. He still has a chance to play on Sunday. Maybe they just wanted to, you know, make sure he's good with this treatment and things of that nature. Just rest him today. Try and get him back out there tomorrow and Friday. If he practices tomorrow and Friday, I feel like he's going to play. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, then he's probably not going to play. Maybe he practices Friday, but I just don't think if he does not practice tomorrow, he's probably not going to play. Wednesday is the first day of install, so, it doesn't really matter a whole lot if he, doesn't practice today or not. So I wouldn't be too concerned about him not practicing today, but if he does not practice tomorrow, then I would say, okay, he's probably not going to play on Sunday. So that is just a Jayden Daniels injury update right there. And, I think at this point, it really depends on how JD feels, how DQ and them feel about putting him out there Sunday versus the Bears, because it's only one game. I think at most JD only misses this Bears game and then comes back versus the Giants in week 9, which is next week. So if they feel like he's not ready, 100% ready, or not even 100% ready, but maybe not looking like his true self out there in practices, if he does practice later on this week, and if he doesn't feel ready, JD himself, if he doesn't feel ready, then he's probably not going to go out there on Sunday and play against the Bears. But, at this point, it's just wait and see with JD, and we'll get another update from Dan Quinn at the end of the week. And then Brandon Coleman, he's dealing with that concussion. Dan Quinn said in his press conference that he's working through concussion protocol right now, but he did not practice today. If I had to guess, with concussion protocol, you got various steps to work through. He's probably not going to play on Sunday versus the Bears, which is a bit of a loss, but I think Cornelius Lucas should be fine holding it down at left tackle. And then Zach Ertz obviously gets rest every Wednesday, so he didn't practice today. Dorrance Armstrong dealing with that ribs injury. He was limited today, which was really good. Told you last week that I expect Dorrance Armstrong to make a return versus the Bears in week 8. Just wanted to rest him last week. No point of playing him last week against the Panthers, and we didn't. So I do expect him to return against the Bears on Sunday. And being limited today is a really good sign that he will return. And then you have Tyler Biadasz, De'Ami Brown. He was a little banged up after that Panthers game, dealing with an ankle injury, but was limited. So I think he should be fine for Sunday's game. You also have Clelin Ferrell, Dante Fowler Jr., Cornelius Lucas, Tyler Owen. They were all limited. Hopefully, Tyler Owens, he can come back. He's one of our special teams contributors. So hopefully he can make a return soon. And then Emmanuel Forbes, he was a full participant today. Everybody that was limited or full today, they all should be good to go for Sunday's game. It's really just Jayden Daniels and Brandon Coleman we really have to monitor. Moving on to the Bears' injury report, and they got a couple of notable guys on here. Let's start with Jaquan Brisker. He's dealing with a concussion. I'm not sure when he suffered that concussion. I want to say it was against the Panthers in week 5 before the Bears went to London to play the Jaguars. I think he was out for that game, so it was Brisker who suffered the concussion against the Panthers in week 5. So, he had the bye week. He's still working through concussion protocol, so he should go for Sunday's game if he's, cleared by Friday. But if he's not, then that would be a huge loss for the Bears because Jaquan Brisker, he's a really good safety, one of the more underrated safeties in the NFL, in my opinion. I wanted him back in 2022 in the second round, and instead, Ron Rivera, he decided to go with Phil Mathis. So Jaquan Brisker, like I said, he's a really good safety, and him being out on Sunday would really hurt the Bears, but would be really good for us. And then Kyler Gordon, he is dealing with a hamstring injury right now. He suffered that hamstring injury versus the Jaguars in London, and it looked pretty bad, not gonna lie, but he did have, the bye week to recover from that a little bit, heal up a little bit, get some treatment done on that hamstring, and if he practices tomorrow, then I feel like he will be good. Even if he practices Friday, then I feel like he should be good to go for Sunday's game. So I think those two, they should be good, but Kyler Gordon specifically, he's definitely one to monitor, and if Jaquan Brisker does not clear concussion protocol by Friday, then he will most likely not, he won't go for Sunday's game. And then Larry Brown, Travis Homer, Zach Pickens, Terrell Smith, and Tyreek Stevenson, they were all limited. They should be good to go for Sunday's game. And then Jacob Martin and Scott Daly, they were full participants. They're going to be good to go for Sunday's game as well. So that is the injury report, and that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment down below who you guys are concerned about on our injury report or on the Bears' injury report. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.